Morning, guys. Welcome back to the D and E Filtered channel. I'm E, and there's D over there.
Yay.
Today is day 4 post up, and we're going to recap and talk about yesterday, which is day 3 and night 3.
Last night was much better than the previous night. I have to admit that I went to bed at around 7 o'clock last night because I was so tired from the previous night's unrestful sleep. I attempted to stay awake yesterday so that I could get a good night's sleep. Normally I like to take a nap during the day. That's just what us old people do. Half hour, 45 minutes to an hour, most. But yesterday, I deliberately attempted to stay awake so that I could get a good full night's sleep last night. So at about 7 o'clock in the evening, I hit a wall and I went to bed. That really made me feel old. At 7 p.m., I go to bed, comfortable, doze right off. Slept till about 11:30. Woke up, obviously, had to go to the bathroom, which again was what us old people do. I get up, go to the bathroom, and in my brain, I was in work mode. I work on Sundays through Thursdays. And on Sundays, I have to be at work by 4:30 a.m. So when I got finished using the bathroom, my brain goes, you've got to go back to bed. You've got to get your sleep. You're going to have to get up in a few hours. But then as I'm slowly, steadily walking back to bed, I realize, wait a minute, I don't have to work tomorrow. I can get up and stay up if I want to. So I put on my house coat, went into the living room, and me and my director sat there.
The director was ready to go to bed.
Spent the next couple hours fiddling around in the living room, watching some other stuff and talking, catching up on what was going on, the way great couples do, like ours. And we finally went to bed again around 1 o'clock, which just so happened to coordinate with when I needed to take my medication. So I ate some toast, French toast that I had from breakfast, and then I took all my medication, and then got a great night's sleep from there. Woke up around 7:30 this morning. Awesome. Feeling good about the sleep that I got. But what I've been doing is, with the oxycodone and the fear that it is a very addictive type situation, I've been very careful to keep it within the time frame. And last night, I decided I'm going to try and push it a little bit today to see if I can maybe stretch it out an hour and a half past when I'm supposed to take it, just to see what I feel, how it reacts, what the pain level is like.
Going like this.
When I did that this morning and got up at 7:30, I should have taken my oxycodone at 8 o'clock. I decided I'm going to stretch it a little bit this morning and see how it goes. About 8:15, 8:20, that's when the pain went from about a 4 up to about a 6 pretty quickly. And at that point, I had to wake my director up and say, please bring me my pain pill, because I definitely needed it. But I'm proud of myself for trying to stretch it out a little bit just to see how far I can go, but not test myself too much before I cause myself more pain. So today I'm going to try and do the same thing. Now that I took it at 8:30, I'm supposed to take it, 9:30, 2:30. I'll try and do it around 3 or 3:30 again, just to see how my body's reacting, how the pain feels. Like right now, after I've taken my pain pill, pain's about 2, maybe less. But as the time goes on, you can gradually feel some of it coming back. I get these heat flashes, cold spells in my feet, but yet my head is sweating. It's something I'm curious about, but I'm going to ask my doctor about it when I talk to him. But right now, those are the kind of odd things that I'm going through, with the heat flashes and then the cold shakes, the shivers, so to speak. But anyway, have a great day. I'll catch up with y'all later. Got anything, D? E?
Can you tell them about, as far as mobility yesterday, what you did or what something you didn't do differently?
Yesterday, I did what my therapist suggested, and that was every hour on the hour. Get up, walk to the front door, walk back to the living room, maybe go around the living room once, and then sit down. I did this every hour on the hour, and that seemed to keep my leg stretched, comfortable. Again, you can't really tell because of the oxycodone, but it felt good walking around and stretching. So I'm going to continue to do that today. Maybe instead of every hour, maybe every 45 minutes, half hour, get up and make a pace just to keep my energy level up. So,
well, I also wanted to point out that we don't want the viewers to be worried about, I know you said something about chill warm or hot flashes. I mean, it's not like a fever or anything.
It's just a hot flash.
We don't think it's an infection at this point. We can't really see the incision itself. There are two type of bandages over it, and we're not supposed to take it or until we go back to the doctor's post-op appointment,
we can
which in 2 weeks.
monitor the exterior to see if there's any redness around the area, if there's any swelling, and which there has not been at this point.
Right.
Which is a good thing.
Yeah.
So we're monitoring that staying close. It's just like I said, a heat flash or like a cold shiver. It's probably your body reacting to the metal, more than likely. Yeah. More than likely. So that your body is basically rejecting it or accepting it. It hasn't decided which yet. Yeah. So that's probably where these particular things are coming from. But it is very annoying on my part. To be sitting here and all of a sudden.
Now he knows how I feel having hot flashes. For women that are menopausal. That's how I feel, okay? At night, you don't get sleep.
But other than that, so far so good on today. We'll check in again this afternoon, tell you how my day's going, see how my progress is going with stretching out the oxycodone, and we'll see how it goes. Do some more updates later on this afternoon. You guys have a great day.
See you in the next video. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
6 hours and 40 minutes later.
On it too, but like I told you earlier, I was going to try to stretch it out to an hour and a half, but in the last 45 minutes, it's gone from a 2 to a 6 and is steadily increasing in pain levels. It's giving me the hot flashes and the uncomfortable feeling in my hip and then also in my knee for some reason. I don't know what that's all about. And I have been doing my walking and my exercising hourly, but not overdoing it, so I didn't have the same issue I had the other night. But this is not a good feeling, and so we'll see how it goes later on this evening after I take this pain pill, if I want to try and stretch it out again. But for right now, this experiment sucks. This stretching it out is not much fun, and it's telling me what my pain could feel like if I did not have the oxycodone. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and wait another 15 minutes, and then at 3 o'clock I'm going to take my oxy and hopefully be able to take a nap. Well, I've just woken up from my nap. I did make it till 3 o'clock to take my oxycodone. The last 20 or 30 minutes was an eye-opening experience. I felt some pain in places that I hadn't felt before, higher up in the hip area and right below the back of my knee. I felt a little heat behind my hamstring, and it felt real warm around the area, and I felt real warm. I did not realize till now that it takes about 30 minutes before the oxycodone kicks in. Surprise, surprise. So it was about 3:30 before the pain went from a 7.5 back down to a number where I could actually fall asleep. Took my hour nap and then got up and did a little lap and stretched and used the bathroom. But I just want to let you know that I did make the hour that I was shooting for. I don't know if I'm going to do that again later on tonight. I think I'll go right at 6 this time, just so I sleep well tonight, because that was a rather fever dream kind of hour nap that I took. But needless to say, I made it. It wasn't enjoyable, but if I can do it, you can do it too. So we'll keep trying. I won't say it's a failure. I just think it is a learning lesson, something that I know what not to do or what I can do for the future. So there you go. Talk to y'all soon. Have fun. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And any comments, please feel free to give me some. D&E Unfiltered. Thanks.
Thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe, follow, and share, and make sure you click that bell button so you can get a notification when we upload a new video. Thanks again. Be safe. Bye.